It's true. I started doing harmonicas 3 years ago. So when I got that harmonica from my grandmother, so I had to, start. Uh, Actually, I think when I started blowing, I started referring to the piano. Yeah, the things I learned during that time. Okay, so most of the things I used to do, actually, most of the things I do, even to date, most of the time I refer to the piano. Okay, when I am blowing the instrument, in my head, I have this picture of a piano. Okay, and so the movements I make on the harmonica is a reference of the piano. Okay, so blowing this, and you can see the piano, and you can see how the hands are moving. Yeah, you can see how the hands. So uh, I started searching on YouTube. Okay, that's after I got the harmonica. So I started searching harmonicas. I did not know about harmonicas at that time. Yeah, I had no idea about harmonicas. Yeah, in fact, during that time, I think I thought harmonicas were meant for kids. Yeah, for kids to just play around with, and you know something like that. So in fact, I did not believe that a harmonica is a music instrument. Yeah, it's so small, and I think that's why people don't like it. People like huge things. Yeah, something that people will notice when you're walking that you are a musician. Now nobody can notice I'm a musician because I put this in the pocket. Yeah, and you'll never know what I'm carrying. Yeah, so I started searching on YouTube about harmonicas. So when you search on YouTube, YouTube brings you uh, these this list of videos, and yeah. So now you start selecting and listening, selecting, listening. So that is what happened. Now with time, I start getting interested in the instrument, because now when I started hearing uh, people playing blues. Yeah, and now I started hearing the real sound of a harmonica. Yeah, and I was wondering, can this instrument really sound like that? Yeah, so I continued like that. Yeah, so one day, as I was searching about harmonicas, a video, yeah, popped up, and it is this guy. His name is Jason Rishi. Jason Rishi is from US. Yeah, he plays a harmonica. He's a blues guy. Yeah, so Jason is really a tough guy. Yeah, he's a good harmonica player. He's a good harmonica player, and he's also a very good harmonica teacher. Yeah, you know because when I saw videos about Jason, so now I started following. Okay, I started following his video tutorials. He's teaching about skills. He's teaching about this. So it was the best moment of my time, because now I had a friend who could tell me everything I wanted to know, even without asking him. Yeah, like physically. So he became my friend virtually. So I followed his videos one by one for 2 years. Yeah, I'm telling you, for 2 years. This is not something that you just sleep and wake up and you start doing, yeah, like very well. No. So I had to follow Jason. So as time went by, so now Jason in his videos, he would start mentioning these people, yeah, uh, just from US, yeah. So he would start mentioning people like Paul Butterfield, uh, Walter, yeah. I don't know, little Walter, big Walter, something like that. Yeah, yeah, the Walters. I think there are two Walters. I think there is little Walter. I don't know. Okay. Then there is this other guy Jason introduced me to. You know, this is the best thing about friendship. Yeah. You know, friendship doesn't have to be physical. You know, you can build a whole lot of relationship virtually through on internet. Yeah. So Jason, I follow Jason. So Jason is my friend. Yeah. We've never talked. Yeah. He doesn't know me. Okay. I know him actually because I know him on YouTube. I don't know him, you know, like physically. But he's my friend. Yeah. I consider him my friend. You know. So he introduced me to these other guys, Paul Butterfield. Paul Butterfield is a good guy. He is a good harmonica player, you know. So now I started, you know, I'm following Jason. I am following Paul Butterfield. Then I'm following another guy. I think he's Willie Wild, something like that. I think that is, I don't know the correct pronunciation of that. So now I have these, uh, let's call them four guys. There is another one called, I don't know the first name, but the second name is Shelish, something like that. So I started following slowly, and learning from them. You know, the hardest thing you can do, the hardest thing that people fail to do is, you know, sitting your body down and telling it that you you stay there, okay? I will feed you and I will give you everything you want, but stay there and learn. You know, that is the hardest thing uh, people can do. It's very hard to do that. It is not easy. Okay, sitting your body down and providing it everything that it needs, and the body allows you to just stay and practice and learn. It's very hard to do. It's very hard to do. People to create that time. Yeah, you know, I'm doing sound and doing these other things, but for an instrument, you really have to sit yourself down, yeah, relax, forget about, you know, the things your body feels like doing every day, you know, going out, going to the pool, um, going on hikes. Yeah, it's a good thing. But can you really be able to tell your body to sit down, eh, and let you learn that instrument? That is a hard thing to do. That's why. So I continued, you know, with these friends of mine, like Jason Rishi, uh, Paul Butterfield, and I think Ron Cherish. I think that is the name the first time. I don't really remember. So I continued following the videos and what they were doing. Uh, and so I reached a point, and now I realized whatever Jason is saying is really true. This instrument can do any kind of music. It can do anything you want. Yeah. So now I forgot about the piano, and now I had to concentrate with what I have. Yeah. At that time, when I was going home to the villages, to my grandmother's place, you see, during that time, I really had a challenge. Yeah. I wanted to venture in music, but I was not in a position to acquire an instrument. Yeah. Because one of the things that will fail most people who are learning instruments is lack of an instrument. Yeah. And that is why I can share this video, because I know the other people like me, yeah, who are caught up in a situation, yeah, the in a situation where you don't know if you go east or west or north or south, yeah. So I really had a challenge, yeah. So, and that challenge led to me being stuck for years, you know, until I got that first harmonica from my grandmother. And my mentality changed completely after after hearing what a harmonica can do. It changed completely. So I used that first harmonica to train and to learn. Yeah. By chance, luckily, when I went back to the city, I found a guy, yeah, who had this kind of a harmonica, but he he was just he it was just there in his house, yeah, not in use. He would just give give it to the kids to play around with, the thing I was saying. So the thing was, so finally what happened is, so when I went back to the city and I got that this first harmonica, so now I started training seriously, yeah. And as I continued like that, then I started realizing that, wow, it is true what Jason is saying. It's true what Will World was saying, that you can play any music with it. So I started picking songs, yeah, one by one, and trust me, I found out that you can play the the whole song with a band, and you're just okay. You have all the notes you want. You have the chords. And a harmonica is this kind of. It's really a fun instrument. It's really a fun instrument. Like it is just unbelievable what you can do. It is unbelievable. Like looking at it this way, in Kenya right now, when I tell people that I am training for, I told another guy that I wanted to do harmonicas. You know what he told me? He told me that I can't go anywhere with it. Like, what the hell, man? How do you tell somebody like something like that? Like, I'm completely against people who do such things. Yeah, you tell people they can't go anywhere. So first, you have to realize that you are not doing it for them. Okay, you are doing it for yourself. So when somebody tells you that you will not go anywhere with it, or you this cannot work, so first you have to ask yourself, what is the evidence? Yeah, what is the evidence, and what makes them think that this can't work, and what they are doing can work? Yeah, that is the question you have to ask yourself every time, because that is how most people get misled. It is good, it is very good to listen to what other people have to say. Yeah, everyone is entitled to an opinion. Okay, but you can't let people, I mean people's opinion, to be your decision. Like, that is very wrong. That is so wrong. You Now that is how you can go anywhere. You have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to your inside. What does what does what does yourself tell yourself? Yeah, because people are going to tell you a lot of things. They are going to hurt to break you if you listen to people. Yeah, that is why you have to really be decided to do something, no matter the odds. Yeah, I can tell you, in Kenya right now, there are no harmonica players. But let me ask you a question. Do you think that is enough to tell me that I should not do that harmonica, and I should discard it, and I should never even think about it? Is that enough to make me make such a decision? No, no, no. Because I understand one thing. I am not doing it for Kenya, actually. Let's start there. And I am not doing it for my friend, or my relative, or my parents. I am doing it, the benefits are first going to come to me. So I am the one person who is supposed to choose what to do and what not to do. Okay? It's good. It's good to listen to other people's opinion, but do not let other people's opinion be be your decision. You know, you know. One day I was listening to Michelle Obama. She said something, and I still carry it with me even to date. And she said, your first, your opinions, your opinions, yeah, your first words of the day, or first opinions, of the day, does not signify, or does not, yeah, it is not the light of the day, yeah, just because you woke up and you think uh, the world is going to end today. That is your thought, and you're entitled to your thought. Okay, but it doesn't mean that that is the light of the day, that now that is how things are going to be. No, things may be different. Things may be different. It doesn't have to be like that. Anyway, back to the harmonica story. So I think it's good to make your own decisions. Yeah, make your own decisions, no matter the odds. No matter the odds. As long as you're decided and you're willing to do something, there should be nothing to stop you. Yeah, there should be nothing to stop you. So the harmonica story. So